Looking at this photo of the Human Genome Project announcement, it is easy to feel a sense of absolute scientific mastery. We successfully mapped the 3 billion base pairs that build a human being. When we examine this image of the Voyager space probe, we see physical proof of our engineering leaving the very edges of our solar system. We have built sensors capable of reading a license plate from orbit. But that confidence creates a blind spot. There are animals doing things right now, hidden in plain sight in your own backyard, that our current biological models cannot yet reconcile. Ordinary creatures possess cognitive and biological traits that operate outside the boundaries of what we previously thought possible. For decades, biologists watched crows mobbing other birds, assuming it was instinctive noise. We categorized them as adaptable pests, but field research reveals they follow a precise social code. Crows appear to hold a formal court system. When a bird breaks social rules, like stealing food, the group responds with coordinated judgment. They single out the offender, and the entire flock remembers that bird's identity. This diagram tracks a family tree of judgment. Researchers documented grudges against a dishonest crow passed down 3 generations. A crow today faces exile for a grandparent's crime. Without physical records or witnesses, the reputation passes bird to bird, year after year. This means crows maintain a functioning system of cultural memory and social justice, behaviors once thought exclusive to humans. Squirrels engage in strategic dissection. They lie to one another to protect their resources. When a squirrel knows a rival is watching, it executes a decoy ritual. It digs a hole, patting the dirt down with dramatic flair, and pretends to bury a nut, while secretly holding the food in its cheek the whole time. This logic model maps out exactly what is required for that decoy to work. Theory of mind. It's the capacity to recognize another creature has separate beliefs, and acting specifically to manipulate those beliefs. Projecting a false reality into a rival's mind. The common squirrel demonstrates psychological manipulation that challenges our assumptions about animal intelligence. Elephants have a well-documented capacity for mourning, often pausing over the bones of their dead. But recent observations uncovered a level of geographic precision in their grief that we can't yet explain. Field researchers tracked an elephant matriarch carrying a single, pale piece of wood. It offered no nutritional value and served no practical purpose, yet she carried it for over 200 miles in a journey spanning 3 years. At the end of that 3-year journey, she placed the wood at the exact geographic coordinates where her sister had died years earlier. Carrying a symbolic object across a vast landscape to a specific death site reveals a depth of spatial memory and abstract mourning mirroring our own. While humans use technology to survive extreme environments, the North American wood frog relies on a biological process, breaking the standard rules of physiology. In this breakdown, 65% of the frog's water turns to solid ice. Breathing stops. The heart monitor flatlines. Clinically, it is dead. Proteins prevent ice from shredding cells, but how a completely frozen heart spontaneously restarts remains an unanswered biological mystery. By cycling through clinical death every winter, the wood frog survives conditions that would destroy almost any other vertebrate. None of these animals have the hallmarks of human civilization. They have no written language, no digital technology, and no formal education. Yet out in the wild, they execute societal justice, employ tactical psychology, navigate through abstract grief, and survive months of total cardiac arrest. These behaviors show that animals operate with a complex logic that functions entirely without the tools we once thought were required for it. If we are only now identifying these behaviors, it suggests that much of the natural world remains unobserved and unmapped, which leaves us with the real question: what else are we missing? If this made you look at animals differently, subscribe to ZingNova for more mysteries.